Hey guys, welcome back to C programming course. Myself, I'm Anam Simon Har and I'm a campus leader code for course. So without any further delay, let's move on to our today's agenda. So on our today's agenda, we're going to look into this control or ternary operator and the switch statement as well. So let's move on to my code blocks editor. I'm going to open a code blocks editor. Yep. I have already created a project with the name of ternary and switch here. Uh, that we already discussed in all our previous classes. If you haven't checked the previous classes, please check the today. Do check the videos and come back to here. So now we're going to discuss the ternary operator first and foremost thing. So let me type that one here. I'm going to comment it out and I'm going to type the ternary operator here. Ternary. I'm going to type in ternary operator. I'm going to type a ternary operator here. So what exactly mean by ternary? So it is same as if else statement, but the conditional operator or ternary operator, that's what we are discussing right now. Conditional or ternary, but we can call it either way. Uh, Takes less space and helps you to write the if else statement in a short way possible. So how we going to write it here? So let me get the same example that we already discussed in our if else statement that we already discussed some example with same example I'm going to use here as well. I'm going to paste the same example here. If you haven't checked that video, please do check the video, the last class video, and then come back to this video so that you'll get more clarity. Now on discussing a ternary operator, so the same if and else block, the same if else block, the same example, the a is greater than b and a is less than b. So the same example I'm using here as well, and I want to delete this printf hello world here. We no longer using that, so I'm just deleting that. So here the same printf if else block, the same if else block I'm using here, but I want to do some minor changes here. That's what we have already by definition itself. Ternary is writing the if else statement in a short way possible. So how are we going to write that in that way? So let me delete this if first here. I'm going to write. So I'm going to show the syntax like by just editing this particular code, the if else block, the code. I'm going to edit it. I'm going to remove this open and close curly bracket. I'm going to get this in a single line, and also I'm going to delete this thing, this else block as well, and I'm also going to get it in a single line. Also, I'm going to delete this close curly bracket as well. So now we got the code in a single line. So now what I'm going to do is like here I'm going to add one question mark here, and here on this two printf statements, I'm going to delete this semicolon here, and I'm going to add colon. I'm going to add just a colon. I'm just removing that semicolon and I'm just adding the colon here. So after adding this, the same thing, the same what we have like end of this printf statement, we're going to have the same semicolon here. We're not going to erase anything here, but when it comes to here, the both we are merging here, we're just adding the colon here. So the same printf statement, the same how the printf statement works in if else block, the same program we have this we came up with here, and the same going to the process and everything going to be the same, and even we they get the same output as well. But only thing is like we just try to keep a short form. Let me uh, paste that code as well. So this is the if else code that we already discussed in our last class. The same code that we have just written here. So I'm going to get this int main here. I'm going to type the same int main here. I'm going to get this in the proper indentation. I'm going to get in the proper indentation here, and I'm going to type return 0, and then I'm going to close curly bracket. Yeah, I'm just using the close curly bracket. I'm just going to comment it out first here. Yeah. So first, let me run this code, particular code, and then we'll discuss what exactly mean by ternary, and we're going to compare both things. So let me run this first if else thing. I'm going to running it this thing. So yeah, so it asking the values to enter. So I'm going to enter the values like 10, and B as 5. So now I got output as A is greater than B. So of course it's A is greater than B. So because this condition is true, so we are printing this particular statement. The A is greater than B. So we are printing this particular statement because this condition is true. So we are getting printing this particular statement here. So that's what we got output as an output. So now we'll just print the same code with the help of ternary operator. Now I'm going to comment it this thing, the if else block, and I'm going to uncomment this code here. Uncommented it. I'm just uncommenting it. Then now I'm going to run the same code here, and I'm going to give the same values, the exact same values what I have given in the previous output screen. 10 and 5. Now I got the same output as A is greater than B. The question mark it act as a if block. Here, if A is greater than B, then it's going to print out else. This colon is nothing but we can say else. If it is not a true, this condition is not a true, then the else block going to execute. That's what we have. Just the same as the if else, but we're writing it in a single line. That's what mean exactly be ternary operator is or conditional operator. We can call it either way. So now we'll move on to our switch statements. So we'll discuss the switch statements. So what exactly mean by switch? So let me comment it out first here. I'm going to comment in this thing. Uh, Now we're going to discuss the switch statements. So what exactly mean by switch statements? So let me first type the heading here, the comment. I'm going to type switch statement. So I have written switch statement here. So now what exactly mean by switch statement is? A switch statement is a test the value of a variable and compares it with multiple cases. Once the case which match found, a block of statement associated with the particular case is going to execute. What exactly it mean? So by the definition, you can say like you're assuming it's a kind of else if block, right? Yes, of course it's a kind of if case, but there is a difference in executing, how else if going to execute. But when it comes to switch statement, how it going to execute is it's both are completely different. How else if going to execute and how switch statement is going to execute, both are there are a lot of difference in executing part, but the output going to be there similar like the most of the time, but the execution part is going to be different, like how actually it runs and how actually the switch statement going to run. That part going to be this difference. Other than that, most probably is the same. Now we'll move on to the switch statement example. Now I'm going to give a switch statement example. Then we're going to more get some more clarity, and we'll discuss some more with an example. Then you can get some more idea about the switch statements. So let me give an example. We have the main function. Within a main function, I'm going to declare a variable called day. Now I'm going to ask a user to enter. Like I want to give a valid output like for that so that user can understand and he or she can give valid output. So now I'm going to use a printf statement to get some clarity about for user what exactly I mean by I'm asking the user to enter anything. So now I'm going to type it as printf. Oh yeah, should be with indentation, yeah, printf. So within a printf statement, printf function, I'm going to give a statement called enter a, day number. I'm going to give it, so I'm going to print this thing. So now I'm going to use a scanf function to get for taking the input from the user. I'm going to use this format here called percentage %d here, and I'm going to store it in a address date. So I'm going to storing it in a address date. So now here I'm going to use we already know all these things how printf function works and the scanf function works. So now we'll come to the main topic, that is switch statements here. So what is exactly the switch statement syntax? I'm going to show it here, and then we're going to move on to our actual example. The first switch statement we're going to write it as a like this. the switch, and within switch brackets we're going to write condition, and here I'm going to given cases here like the case one, and give a break here. Uh, then we are also going to discuss regarding the break in our coming video as well, and here also I'm going to discuss the both could be same. Uh, and the case two and so on. If you can write any multiple cases if you want, and we also have one more keyword that is default here. Default. I'm going to print it some printf. I'm going to give some like some default, like whatever you want to print it as a default. Then we can use like how we have the else block, and just if none of the above is false, then we're going to print the else block. Like the same way, here we have a default one. So in our default code, whatever is going to present, everything going to print it out. The same like else block. Whatever we have in the else block, the same going to happen here as well. But the else if block is completely different in execution part, and when it comes to switch also, it's going to be completely different like execution part. So now coming to our example, so we have the day here. We're asking user to enter a day number. So and here in this particular case one and case two, we're going to ask user uh, which case they want exactly to celebrate. Like, I'm going to print all the cases. Like here, I'm going to print a Monday, and here we have a break statement. And again, I'm going to print for case two. Again, I'm going to print one more thing like Tuesday. All the days I'm going to print here. Tuesday, Tuesday, and we have. And I'm going to create one more cases because we have all the. I'm going to declare all the days. The case. Hold on. Yeah. So now I'm going to change the values here. We have 1, 2, and then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. So I'm going to also change the days like Monday, Tuesday. We have Monday, Tuesday, and we have after that we have Wednesday. I'm going to write in the shortcut way the Wednesday, Thursday, and after Thursday we have Friday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We have Sunday. Sunday. Okay. So this is what we have given in all the cases, Monday to Sunday. So we have given all the cases, and now within a default, what I'm going to give a default the print statement, like the print statement, like I want me to get it in an output screen. If none of the above is selected by the user, then I'm going to print the default code. The default code I'm going to give here, like the default statement I'm going to give is like the invalid day number. Like that's going to be more readable. So now I'm going to give a default like the invalid thing. So now within this switch, I'm going to uh, do this day here. Like whenever the user enter a day from this switch statement, like this going to whenever they, like for example, if I given the value as 2, this 2 going to store in a day, so this day going to be also get it inside the switch block. So here from the switch from the bottom of the day, for example, if I've given 2 from this statement, like going to check whether we have like multiple cases. So we also have the 2 as well. So if it is 2 is not present, then we're going to print the default code, but it is present the 2. So directly it's going to jump into this case 2, directly going to jump into the case 2. But whereas else if block, it's going to compare from the first line to all the lines. If it is whether it is 2 or 3, whatever we select, it's going to compare the first line and second line and uh, Finally, the third line, if for example the third line is output by user entered by the output in the output screen entered by the user, then it's going to execute the third line. But when it comes to switch cases, it directly, if it is a 3, then it directly jump from the 16th line to this 22 line, directly going to jump into it. It's not going to compare all the 18, 20 line we have. Like before that, we have the case 1 and case 2. Not even going to touch the cases. That is a different between the else if block and switch statements. So that's the main difference here. It's going to save your execution time. Like if you have a n number of codes, like multiple, like very big code, then it's going to save your time by using the switch statement. So now I'm going to choose a value like 7. 7. I'm going to choose. So now I'm getting printing as like sun. It's nothing but Sunday. So now I'm printing the Sunday here, sun. So that's what it is. If none of the above, I'm given the answer. For example, if I've given something else, um, if for example I have given something else like the default thing, like for example if I given the 9 here, so now I'm getting the invalid day number because 9 is none of the above is mentioned here, like we have only up to 7, so 9 is not even in this particular cases, so it's going to print the default code that's what we have here, the invalid day number, so that's what's going to print it. So that's all about this default and cases. So actually here I'm using the break statement. That's very new to you, right? So what exactly the break statement is? For example, if I'm just deleting, let's leave it with this thing. I'm going to remove the break statement from this case 2, case 3, case 4. Let it be the 5, 6, and 7. So now I'm going to run the code once. I'm going to run the code here. So, and I'm going to choose a value. Like for example, I choose a 2 here. 2. So what do you think here? If I choose a 2, then it should print as a Tuesday, and then it's going to once after printing the 2, then it directly going to jump into the return 0, and the execution part going to close. That's what we actually generally thought, right? But when it comes to here, if without break statement, how it's going to print? Let me show that as well. Now I'm going to give a value as 2 here. So now we got output as Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Up to Friday we're printing here. In after Friday we have a break statement. So that's the reason it's getting out of this switch statement, out of the switch block. It's getting out of the switch block because we having a break. But whereas here we don't even have break. So once executing it, it's also going to execute the switch 3, switch 4, switch 5. Here we have break and it's going to coming out of the switch block. So that's the reason we are using a break here. Without break, this is what will happen. We'll get the output all the things without break. Like up to here, we are printing. That's a different. That is the usage of a break here. Even not only here, we also use in for loops and all those things. I'm going to show in on coming classes when we actually discuss about break statement that we're going to discuss in our coming class. So no need to worry about it. Even if you didn't understand much about break statement, I'm going to teach it again in our coming class where we actually talk about the break statement. That the time I'm going to we also look into some more example with the break statement where we also use like in a for loop also we even that topic also we haven't discussed yet. So now I'm not going to discuss right away the for loop and all. So I'm going to discuss in coming videos. So at the time we'll also discuss the break statement as well. So this is all about the switch block. I hope you enjoyed the video. Um, that's all for today's guys. Thank you for joining. And if you like my work, please do like, share, and subscribe to Code Focus. Thank you.